Hey, alright, so this is my second video journal. It is Sunday, September 13th, 2015. I'm going to try and talk a little bit louder, stay a little closer to the camera because I know some of my other videos didn't turn out very well. So this is the second video journal. I'm on the, let me think, 7th day of my trip. My trip to Alberta from Ontario. Been kind of lacking in making videos to keep people up to date. Sorry about that. Pretty much for the most part I've just been in Lethbridge since last Wednesday when I got here. Been kind of staying in Lethbridge and then going out to places and back and just kind of using Lethbridge as that home base. I've been to Cardston a few times, got to see the temple there, which is absolutely beautiful. Got to go in and do some stuff there, which was an awesome experience. I love the Cardston temple. Not Cardston. Yeah, Cardston temple. Sorry. Yeah, spent some time there. Went into Waterton Park, which is like right on the US border. Like half of the park, or most of the park, is in the US, but I stayed in the Canadian side. And that was really cool. There's like a lot of beautiful lakes and mountains. Ended up hiking 4 kilometers up a mountain. I didn't know it was 4 kilometers when I started, but kind of found out afterwards. So hiked 4 kilometers up and then back. Found this really beautiful lake, and then did 4 kilometers back. Thankfully it was downhill the whole way back because it sucked going up there. Like, I was very tired. So that was nice. Got to get in there in between the mountains and stuff, and it's been a while since I've seen mountains, so they were just absolutely beautiful. I really enjoyed that. Just sitting there and looking at those just massive piles of rock with snow on top of them and stuff. I've seen a few, I don't know what they are, rams. It's like a big mountain sheep with like horns on the front, and I don't know, I think it's a ram. I just keep calling them mountain sheep. It was pretty cool. I was just like walking down the road and just started running randomly, and then on the way out seeing 2 that didn't have horns, so maybe they were like female ones or something like that. I don't know how that works, but that was really cool. They were just walking up the road and they were kind of panting, and one had his tongue out, so it looked like they were out of breath, so maybe they didn't like walking up mountains either. I don't know, but that was kind of cool. Got really close, got some pictures. What else have I done? Yeah, I spent most of the day in that park, I think. Been staying in a friend's backyard in my tent, so it's great because I don't have to sleep in a car, which is the first night I slept in a car sucked. So it's nice to have a secure place where I know that I can put my tent, other than just trying to find parks, which has actually been rather difficult. I've been looking around for any like those self-registering campsites and stuff. Have not really had any luck, at least this far south. I'm told there's some around, but whatever. What else have I done? Been going around Lethbridge a lot, been just hanging out with a couple of friends. Went to some bookstores. Man, I don't know, this really doesn't sound very exciting, I know, right? Drove all the way across the country to hang out in the city. No, I'm kidding. It's nice. I'm trying to get to know this place. I guess my plans for next week, or this coming week, since tomorrow's Monday, is at some point, I don't really know when, but I'm going to head up, I think I'm going to head up to Calgary, and then from Calgary, my plan is to go to Edmonton, and then from Edmonton, I'm kind of going to go left of Edmonton, or west of Edmonton, and through the parks, and then down, and kind of like in a big capital D shaped. That's sort of my plan at the moment, subject to change whenever I come up with a better one. What else? I went to church today in Lethbridge. That was pretty cool. I went with a YSA ward, which was neat. Got to meet a lot of people, mostly all students. Like pretty much most of these YSA people are students, and there's a lot of them here. There's a very heavy LDS population in Lethbridge, which I knew that before coming here, but it's awesome to actually see it. There are chapels everywhere. Like for a small city of, I'm pretty sure, less than 100,000 people, there's like, what, 3 stake centers or something? Like, that's, to me, that's crazy. You would never see that in Ontario. But I like that. I like that very heavy LDS population. I think that that's cool. Seeing like LDS bookstores and stuff, and just the influence that that church has here is great. Yeah, I just don't see that in Ontario. So yeah, I went to church today. What else did I do? Got to help a friend out with family history, which is kind of cool. I'm glad to be able to do that. I've had 2 real meals on this trip so far, which I'm really grateful for. Had some fish and chips, which I know that's like the most plainest thing in the world, but when you're pretty much just eating chips and peanuts and energy bars and oatmeal and whatever kind of crap I have in the back seat of my car. Like when you're kind of living off that, it's not really that exciting, but when you have fish and chips, it's like the greatest thing in the world. So I had some of that in Cardston. Today a friend made me some eggs and toast, which was awesome. Yeah, like little things like that I'm just kind of really appreciative of. I had a real shower for the first time today. That kind of makes me sound dirty, I know. Just remember, it's a road trip, right? It's not like there's a shower everywhere. I need one. So for the first time in literally a week, I got to have a real shower with like water, and I was like really excited about that, like soaping my head, and I was just like, this is great. The closest thing I had to a shower was I took like a 4-liter thing of water and was like pouring it over my head with like a bar of soap, and like that's how I clean my hair. And been using like, you know, baby wipes. That's what we did in the Army. When I was in the Army, they told us to use baby wipes when you go in the field, because there's no shower obviously when you're out there doing that kind of stuff. So we always use baby wipes, which it works, like, you know, gets all the important things cleaned and stuff, but it's just not the same as having water and soap. So yeah, a real shower like is awesome. Weather's been decent. It was 30 degrees out here yesterday, and it was like beautiful. It was awesome. I know 30 degrees back in Ontario sucks. It's humid and muggy and gross, and it's just not cool. You're like sweating and stuff. But here, 30 degrees was nice. I liked it. No moisture in the air. It's a dry heat. That's what people tell me. I don't actually know what dry heat means. I guess it's kind of self-explanatory, but I haven't figured it out yet. So yeah, 30 degrees here was nice. Could have sworn I've seen a bunch of cool birds and stuff. In terms of animals, I haven't seen too much. Like I'm still in like a city type area, right? Like Lethbridge is a city, and then there's some smaller towns outside, and then there's endless farmers' fields and endless cows. Speaking of endless things, so I don't know if you can tell very well in this video, this giant bridge behind me. The sun is behind me, so hopefully it doesn't make things blinding. So I hiked up this like hill in this valley, this big valley behind me here, and I hiked up this hill, and there are like cactuses everywhere. I kind of want to show you one, but I ended up like actually grabbing one accidentally. It was stupid, all the little needles stuck in my finger. Like it's like this hill just protects itself from cactuses, which is probably a good thing. Maybe at the end of the video I'll show you. They're small, like some of them are like that big, but they're everywhere. That's cool. Like I don't know, I'm just fascinated by that. It's like a little desert hill. Really nice valley. It's big. Met a lot of nice people. Oh yeah, so I got to hung out at the LDS, what is that called? Why do I keep forgetting it? Employment Center. So I got to go on some computers there and research some like distances between some parks and places I want to go to. So that's been actually something I'm really grateful for, is to be able to get computer access other than a little bit of time at the public library. I spent most of the day at that employment resource place, or whatever it's called. And I met this like old guy there. He was really nice. Had a great conversation. I meet a lot of nice people out here. I'm grateful for that experience of friendly, kind people. And weirdly enough, I keep meeting so many people from Ontario. It's like I drive 3,300 kilometers to get away from that place, and like half the people I meet here have some connection to Ontario or came from there. One lady actually came right from Guelph. She grew up there, and I was like, man, I just can't get away from Ontario. I'm gonna have to find another planet or something and go on a vacation next year, Pluto or something. Probably nobody from Ontario there. Yeah, I'm not really sure what else to report. It's been good so far. Cold a lot of the times at night. Last night was super windy. I thought my tent was going to collapse. It didn't, thankfully, but I kept waking up like every half an hour, so sleeping has been a little difficult, even though I have like a decent place to stay, to put my tent. Sleeping has been not what it's supposed to be, because I keep waking up either because it's freezing cold out or because of wind or something, I don't know. So, but hey, that's part of it. It's a road trip. Like you go out, you do these things, and it's not like a 5-star hotel all the time. There's this like cricket bug thing that makes this fluttering noise, and it's weird. Anyways, that's why I keep looking over here, is because it's like jump. Oh yeah. So when walking up that mountain at like freaking 4 kilometers or whatever. So I found some deer. I found like 3 deer. There was 2 little ones and what I assume was the mother, and they were nice. They got like white spots. They were, I don't know what color fur. It was like not like red, but like a light brownish, like whatever, you know, deer. So I seen these other deer that were gray, and it was really cool because like I startled it accidentally. I was trying to take a picture of it, and so it like instead of running like this, that's my deer impression, right? Not really cool. It would like it like ran and then jumped all four legs, kind of like hovered, and then kept doing that. It was weird. It was like, you know, those like goats that like jump all four legs off the ground, they like run and kind of like do that. Well, yeah, I seen a deer do that, and it was kind of weird because it was like heavy and you could hear it hit the ground. And for a second I kind of thought maybe it was a moose or something because of the thud it made, but it was just like this like hovering deer. It was bizarre. I don't know if that's normal or not. I mean, at first I thought it was jumping over things, but then I realized like that's how it was traveling. I'll stop doing that. It's kind of weird. But yeah, I've never seen that before. Weird. Hovering goat deer. I don't know what it was. Yeah. I'll try and make these videos more frequent. Try and get some better scenery in behind me as well. But that's my update so far. Been here since Wednesday. It's Sunday today. Left 6 days ago, and it's been good. So far, so good. Time seems to be going by quickly. I don't really like night too much. I mean, just because there's nothing to do, everything's closed. Their options are really limited. Been adding up fuel. I've been getting an average of about 530 to 540 kilometers per 3/4 of a tank of gas in my 04 Chrysler Sebring. So for like a sedan car, like I actually think that's really good. Before, when I left home, I'd be lucky to get that on an entire tank. And I've been always filling up at the 3/4 mark, and I've been recording everything. So yeah, average. Sometimes I get 560. I think the highest I got was like 567 or something like that kilometers off 3/4 of a tank of gas. So like, that's pretty good. Oh, my alarm's going off on my phone, letting me know that I gotta go. It's a church broadcast tonight that I'm gonna go watch. So anyways, that's my video, my second journal. I will try and do these more frequently and upload them as quick as I can, and hopefully have some cooler stories to tell you. So, oh yeah, I'll show you cactus. There, see those cactuses? They're everywhere. And here's a view of the valley, if you can see it. I don't know how bright the sun is. Well, I mean, it's like bright, but like, that's the valley I'm in. There's the enormous train bridge. Kind of looks like it goes on forever. I seen a hugely long train. Like, the train was probably as long as the bridge, and the bridge is like stupidly long in a good way. So that concludes my